suppress this mass anti-imperialist uprising and keep Yemen within their clutches. I mentioned earlier that Yemen is one of the poorest countries in the region, and this is technically true, but it doesn't have to be so. They've just discovered that Yemen actually has one of the most vast untapped oil deposits in the region. It has a huge, huge deposit of oil, but this oil is in the ground. It isn't being extracted, it's not being refined, and it's not being sold. Yemen's oil is in the ground and the people remain poor. What the Saudis, Wall Street, and everyone else knows is that the unfolding revolution in Yemen could change that. A new government in Yemen could nationalize the oil resources. Yemen could go from being an impoverished and divided country to being something like Venezuela or Iran, where the public control of natural resources funds the development of an independent economy. The Pentagon and the Saudis are bombing Yemen for one reason: to keep it poor. They are bombing in order to keep Yemen an impoverished, divided, and controlled society. Now, the U.S. media, they always bring up this allegation that Iran is funding Ansar Allah. Now, no proof of this has ever been delivered, and in fact, the UN Undersecretary General just confirmed in an interview with Al Jazeera that absolutely no evidence of that exists. The U.S. media often uses phrases like Iranian proxies or Iranian agents to describe the revolutionary forces in Yemen. This is beyond insulting and disrespectful. Are we to believe that the only reason the people of Yemen want to control their country and not be slaves anymore is because of Iran? Reminds me of how the U.S. media at one point said Martin Luther King Jr. was a Soviet agent. It couldn't be that black people wanted civil rights. Oh no. It had to be they were getting orders from Moscow. That was the message of a lot of the U.S. media at the time. In a BBC interview, when asked about being funded by Iran, a leader of Ansar Allah said that the only reason the media mentions Iran is to sow sectarian religious division. He said that yes, they are inspired by the Iranian Revolution, but they're also greatly inspired by what's happening in Venezuela. He said, quote, "There are no borders in our struggle. We stand with the oppressed everywhere in the world."